Hey, it's Johnny King, and I'm out here on the lake, getting a little run in. Beautiful. Yes. And last night at my most recent meeting of men, we talked about habits, success rituals, morning routines, and something that came up that has come up a lot in my coaching over the last decade of people is that, when you know why you're going to do something, you tend to have a lot greater probability of following through with it. So several of the guys last night said, hey, this is all great information. However, I have a hard time implementing my morning ritual, let's say, because, let me catch my breath, because they don't really even know what their purpose is, right? They're not thrilled about life. And as I explained to them, I break things down into like 3 areas. I like to think of them as like the 3 keys to building a guy's or a gal's kingdom, if you will. So whether you aspire to be a king or a queen, you gotta have, first and foremost, this, right? You gotta have your physical body, your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health in check. Second, next layer would be your life purpose. Like, what's your mission? Like, what's the reason why you get out of bed in the morning? And then the third level, the third key is all about your relationships. Your relationship with other people, with your intimate partner, with your children, with God, your creator, Mother Nature, your relationships with food or substances that you might abuse. What are those relationships, toxic or healthy? So if you don't have your purpose figured out, both up and down your healthy body, as well as your mental health and your relationships are all gonna suffer if you don't even really know why you're doing what you're doing. So, how do you go about finding your purpose? That's a pretty lofty question and one that I've been asked often. My thought is, and I certainly don't have the answer, but the way that I have come about finding my purpose and my mission in life is just to fall back on what did I love to do when I was little? Like when I was a little 6 or 7 or 8-year-old, what did I love to do? I loved to be outside. I was using my imagination. I was often fighting some imaginary battle back in the woods, right, with some stick or something. But I also loved being with people. I loved making them laugh. I loved having fun. And I loved interacting with individuals and becoming better on the practice field or that sort of thing. So a lot of times we're looking for our sense of purpose as like a role that we're going to play or a job we're going to do, a profession, right? A vocation. When I feel like, for me at least, my purpose is just to, first and foremost, love myself unconditionally and give myself the grace so that I stop shaming myself or beating myself up. You see those birds come in? Those mallards? Look at that. Anyways, the whole idea is for me to look at giving myself the grace first and foremost, and then secondarily to pay that forward to everyone that I'm coming in contact with. Make them know that I love them unconditionally. And that's probably the hardest thing that I'm ever up against in this human experience, right? So for me, it almost doesn't matter what my vocation is, what I'm up to, because it's changed over my lifetime and it will probably continue to do so. But if my purpose is to make people feel loved and supported, to come at them with an immense amount of empathy and understanding, no matter whether they're doing amazing things in life or they're just struggling to get out of bed in the morning, then hopefully I can allow them to feel loved in the same way that I want to love myself. That's my purpose, right? My mission then becomes helping men win the war against mediocrity so that they can live this life of passion and purpose. But that has come after I kind of figured out what my main purpose is, which is just to live my life loving as much as I can. So I don't know if that helps at all for you, but I would say get less attached to trying to figure out what your vocation is and focus more on like what's that more spiritual purpose behind why you were born, why you were put in this human experience, because where all of our time is limited here. But those that have left a lasting legacy have all left it with a legacy of love. So I figure, hey, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. So hope you're having a great day. I got to get back to my run here and checking out these wakeboarders behind me. We'll catch up with you soon. Later.